When Liam bought the old house, he expected dust, broken furniture, and maybe a few spiders. He did not expect a key. The key was small and made of brass. He found it inside a wooden box hidden in the attic. There was no note, no label, just a single old key. Liam lived alone. The house was in a quiet town in the countryside. It was cheap because nobody wanted it. People said the previous owner, the old man named Walter, had lived there for nearly 50 years. After Walter died, nobody in the family wanted the house, so it was sold. One rainy evening, Liam decided to clean the attic. As he sorted through old times, he noticed something strange. The wooden box has a false bottom. Under it was the brass key. Attached to the key was a tiny metal tag. On it were the three words, "For the right door." Liam laughed. What does even that mean? The next day, curiosity got the better of him. He tried the key on every door in the house: the front door, the back door, the basement door, even the old cabinets. Nothing worked. Days passed. Then one afternoon, he discovered something unusual. Behind a bookshelf in the living room, there was a section of wall that sounded hollow. He knocked on it several times. It definitely wasn't solid. Excited, he moved the bookshelf. Behind it was a small wooden door. It had no handle, only a keyhole. His heart raced. Slowly, he inserted the brass key. It fit perfectly. Click. The lock opened. The door swung inward. Behind it was a narrow staircase leading down. Liam grabbed a flashlight and carefully descended. At the bottom was a small room. The room was clean, almost too clean, as if someone had maintained it for years. There was a desk, a chair, and a dozen of notebooks. Liam opened the first notebook. Inside was a diary, Walter's diary. At first, the entries were normal: daily life, weather, gardening, trips to town. Then the entries became strange. Today, I helped a young woman whose car broke down. A few pages later, she got home safely. Then, exactly as written. Liam frowned. What did that mean? He continued reading. Every notebook contained predictions, specific events, small details, things that later happened. One page read: a storm will destroy the old bridge. Another: the bakery owner will win the lottery. Another: a boy named Ethan will save a dog from the river. All of them had dates, and every event had happened exactly as described. Liam felt a chill. Was Walter somehow predicting the future? Then he found the final notebook. The last pages were different. Instead of past predictions, they described future events, events that had not happened yet. One entry caught his attention. June 14. A fire begins in the northern forest. The date was only 1 week away. Liam took photos of the page. He told himself it was nonsense, just an old man's imagination. But 1 week later, the forest caught fire. The news reported it everywhere. The date matched perfectly. Liam rushed back to the hidden room. His hidden shook as he opened the final notebook again. If one prediction was correct, what about the others? The next prediction read: June 20. A child falls into the river near Mill Street at 3:15 p.m. Liam started at the page. For days he debated what to do. Finally, on June 20, he went to the river. At 3:10 p.m., nothing happened. He felt foolish. Then he heard shouting. A small child slipped from the river bank. Without thinking, Liam jumped forward and grabbed the child before he fell into the water. The accident never happened. At least not completely. That night, Liam returned to the notebook. Something has changed. The sentence now read: June 20, a child almost falls into the river. A man named Liam prevents it. Liam froze. The notebook had rewritten itself. He turned more pages. There were hundreds of future events, some small, some important. For months, Liam quietly used the notebook to help people. He prevented accidents, helped strangers, warned people when danger was coming. Nobody knew how he always seemed to be in the right place at the right time. Years passed. Then one day he reached the final page, the last prediction. His own name was written there. Liam felt nervous as he read. The entry said, on October 18, Liam will place the key into a wooden box and leave it in the attic. He stared at the words, confused. Why would he do that? Then he noticed something else. Below the prediction was one final sentence. So the next keeper can begin. Liam slowly looked around the hidden room, the notebooks, the desk, the key. Suddenly he understood Walter had not been in the first keeper, and Liam would not be the last. On October 18, exactly as written, he placed the brass key into the wooden box. He hid it beneath the false bottom. Then he closed the attic door. Some mysteries were not meant to end, only to be passed on. And somewhere in the future, another homeowner would find an old brass key and a message for the right door.